All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I know it seems like it's been forever, but at the end of the day, it's been about 9 months since my last video has been up here on YouTube. 9 months since my last video. 12? Yeah, I think it's been about a year since my last solo commentary. And the reason that I stopped doing solo commentaries is because I found a great partner in crime who just so happens to still be here with us right now.
Come home, baby! Oh, it feels good to say that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans of all eras. It has been far too long since you have heard my melodious voice. It is John, baby. So to every self-professed doctor out there, no. As a matter of fact, I am not dead. I am alive, kicking, and better than ever.
Yeah, and John has been off the grid since, well, not recently, but for a long time he was off the grid. Do you want to kind of explain what happened there, John?
Absolutely, guys. Just to give you the abridged version, I had my last semester of college staring me in the face. A very intense semester, a lot of personal issues as well during that time with my family that I had to overcome, and seeing all of this on my plate. The personal issues I was dealing with, the last semester before graduation, very intense. I knew I wouldn't be able to give YouTube the attention that it deserved and you guys the content that you deserve, so I decided to quietly make my exit. And now it's time for me to make my grand return, and here we are.
Here we are indeed. And just for a little bit of a further explanation, John went off the grid absolutely 100% completely in December. I want to say right around Christmas time, actually. It might have been earlier than that. I know that our last recording was, I believe it was December 3rd episode of TwitWow. I could be a couple days off on that, but it's close to there. The last time I talked to him before the summer was Christmas Day. We talked for like an hour or two, and he was just telling me how hectic things were. And then I didn't talk to him for a solid 6 months. We had no communication whatsoever from late December until I want to say early June, maybe mid-June. And then I had been messaging him on Facebook, emails, YouTube, just trying to get in touch with him, see what's going on, make sure everything was all right with the home life and that kind of stuff. And then one day, just randomly, he sent me a message back and kind of explained himself. And I'm not going to read his message to me, so I'll just let him do the explaining to you guys here now.
No, absolutely. When I cut Ashton off, I ended up making him a video that was close to 50 minutes, really explaining my absence to him. My thing was, I knew that with everything that was going on, much like you guys, it was the same thing with him. I knew I wouldn't be able to collaborate with him the way I wanted to. I knew I wouldn't be able to give him the attention that I wanted to as a team, because I feel like there's no better team in the IWC than Ashton and John. And, when we reconnected, my mind immediately, we were both talking about, well, what should we do together? Like, what are we going to do? And it just felt so great to reconnect. We buried the hatchet within seconds, really. It didn't take that long. I gave my explanation. You were very understanding. I remember in your message back to me, and here we are now, just looking towards the future, and it's just great to be back.
And to be perfectly frank, the future is bright, but John, I know that there have been a couple of somewhat disparaging videos regarding you, so I think it would be best if you would kind of address those too.
Yes, as you can see, I just want everybody to understand going forward, it is just going to be me and Ashton. That's what I'm focusing on. It's going to be the TwitWow team, going forward, and that's it. I don't really want to associate with anybody else on that content level. Speaking in the IWC, and that's because, look, me and Ashton, I think we're on the same wavelength. We have amazing chemistry. That the people that I used to be associated with, I could see the differences in our ideologies, bubbling up to the surface. And plus, there was always some drama going on. This person never really liked this person, that person never cared for that person vehemently disagreed with this person, and so on and so on and so forth. And tune into the next episode of As the World Turns. And I was just, I was tired, and I feel like, me being with Ashton now and everybody doing their own thing, everybody's come out healthier and stronger than before. So I have no regrets. I'm looking to have an amazing run with my best friend here, and you're going to see why we are the tandem to beat and why we make magic happen on a consistent basis. This is meant to be fun for me, and that's why I did it. If you guys really want to get right down to it, towards the end, it wasn't becoming fun anymore. It felt like a chore. It felt like it was always some obstacle to be overcome. And YouTube should never feel that way. It should be a fun venture where we can all really unleash our creativity to the utmost. And I'm really excited to be doing that with Ashton going forward.
Absolutely. That's the best part about it. We're not trying to be in any kind of competition. We might consider ourselves the best, but we aren't actually trying to say, oh, we're the best in the world. It's
exactly.
just a joke. It really is. We're just having fun.
Yeah, we're palling around.
Yeah.
Ashton's absolutely right. It's a joke. It's shtick. It's it's a lighthearted thing. We love what we do and we feel we're great at what we do, but to say in all sincerity, oh, we're the best. It's not meant to be taken as
right.
a serious.
And when it comes right down to it, I think that one of the core ideologies that kind of was the dividing force was that we didn't want to take certain things as seriously as other people.
Absolutely. Look, you and I always viewed the wrestling business, in my personal opinion, as it should be viewed. It's just a fun 2, and now in this case 3 hours, on Monday nights, and then you count in SmackDown. Just a fun experience. And really, guys, let me just tell you, even though you haven't really seen us produce anything, like we've been getting back on watching the Raws together, the NXTs together, and even the SmackDowns together when we're able. And to me, actually, it has just been a whole new experience. So much fun. The product is red hot right now. And I fell in love all over again.
Well, back in the day when we started TwitWow, the whole purpose of it was to be positive about wrestling. And now it kind of seems like that's the popular thing to do. But we're not going to change that because that's what we enjoy doing.
No, absolutely. Look, I'm loving the product. Ashton's loving the product. And even at its lowest point, you can always draw strength from it. You can always draw something good from it. And that's always been our MO, and that's going to continue to be our MO.
And at the end of the day, if any point comes that we don't find ourselves being able to draw something good out of it, then we just stop watching and, try next time.
Exactly.
All right. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. Now, that's the past. Let's move on to the future. We're going to do a little bit of a different channel setup. John, I'm going to let you explain what you're going to do with your channel once I finish. For now, I want you guys to know that this channel, this is my Ian Izzle channel, it's where I'm putting this video. This is going to be kind of, from here on out, kind of a laid back, let's just kind of chill out, talk about random things. I'll probably put up some football videos because I'm extremely into football. I've been talking with Schleg Daddy a lot. I know most of you know who he is. If not, OTRS, just check it out. Talking to him a lot about football. I'm hugely into the NFL, Atlanta Falcons fan. No need to pity me. We have one loss. We'll be fine. Regardless, at the end of the day, I want this to be a more casual channel. I want to be able to just kind of throw something up here whenever I want, whether it's wrestling related, whether it's just me, whether it's me and John, whether it's football related, even if it's socially or politically related. I want this to be kind of a casual channel. And then, as I already told, John already told you guys, there are no longer a Four Horsemen. That's done. That's been done since like June, maybe even May of 2012. So that's out the window. But since I kind of was the driving force behind the Four Horsemen, I came up with the idea. I put up the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel belongs to me, so I'm going to change that YouTube channel, formerly the Four Horsemen, into just a collaboration channel for me for podcasts that I'm going to be putting up. We're going to be putting TwitWow on there once we get back on that. No promise on when that'll be. Ideally, it'll be within a few months. Going to be putting maybe some other stuff. We have plans to do a social commentary podcast. I know you, at least most of you, remember our history of social corruption videos that we started and haven't finished yet. We are planning on finishing those for what it's worth, but kind of got caught up on other things there, obviously. That kind of stuff, that I guess you could call it podcasts, but if it's on YouTube, it can hardly be called that. So TwitWow is going to be on iTunes, but we're also going to upload the audio of TwitWow onto YouTube just in case you would rather listen to it that way, or if you don't have a mobile device and can't access iTunes or something like that. So that's going to kind of be my plan. John, do you want to explain what you're going to be doing with your channel, your VocalAggression channel?
Yeah, I know that there's probably going to be a lot of questions about that. What I'm thinking at this moment in time is that I'm not going to touch the VocalAggression channel. I had contemplated a few months back just outright terminating it. Ashton thankfully talked me out of it. He said, no, You've got great content on that channel. If you never want to make another solo video again, just leave it alone. You never know when you get the itch. So now...
The beautiful thing about YouTube is that it requires absolutely no maintenance at all if you don't want to.
You know what? You're absolutely right, Ashton. So really, just to be honest with my general audience that have stayed subscribed to me, at this point in time, the only videos you could really expect from me on a solo basis, and I've said it since day one, and this is one promise I really want to keep to you guys. If Morrison returns to the WWE, you'll get a mark out for his return, and when he wins that world title, it'll be a huge freaking celebration, bottles popping, wine flowing, women coming in, you get the picture.
See, look at this, guys. It's been 9 months, and he hasn't changed one bit.
I'm still holding on to the dream. I'm telling, with every No DQ article that's like, Morrison gives interview, I'm like, yes. It's so pumped. But no, guys, just really being honest, there are other endeavors that I've come across in my absence, and I want to kind of keep them under my sleeve.
As IRL.
Yes, in real life. That I'm really trying to cultivate and focus on. You guys should know that I'm more than likely going to be moving to New Hampshire within a few months. I would talk about that, and that's going to be huge for us. That's going to be a major asset to us. So hopefully that comes
at the very latest. I want to be very clear here. At the very, very latest, TwitWow will return when John moves to New Hampshire. At the very latest, which is supposed to be in what month, John?
Like the end of November is what I keep being told, but I want everybody to take that evaluation with a grain of salt because you know how unpredictable life can be.
Say this. At the very worst, you guys are going to have to go exactly 1 year, 365 days without TwitWow, because our last episode was the first, I want to say Friday, I could be off, but the first week in December of 2012, and our next episode might very well be the first week of December 2013.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. It sounds like a great evaluation. But other than that, all that, exposition aside, vocal aggression, I don't really see being touched for anything outside of those 2 main videos. Is it possible I'll get the itch? Anything's possible, but I'm really just enjoying my other endeavors that I've got going on at this time.
Like they say in the wrestling business, never say never.
Exactly, but I really am enjoying my other endeavors at this time. So stay subscribed for those 2 videos, but other than that, just know that my main focus is collaborating with my bro here and just kicking all kinds of ass.
And just so that you guys know, I'm not very active on Twitter anymore. I know that back when we were really active in the IWC and really kind of hitting that grind, I would literally live tweet every single Raw. I don't do that anymore. But if you kind of want to see updates as far as John and I, when it comes to when we upload new videos, our thoughts on wrestling that aren't necessarily going to make it into videos, that kind of stuff, find the Squared Circle subreddit. I know not everybody knows what Reddit is. Just go to reddit.com/r/squared circle. We're there all the time. It's a pretty regular thing. I can't speak for John, but I'm freaking addicted to Reddit right now. I love it. But
I will be when I start actively using it. I haven't actively used it yet, but I plan to in the future. I will probably be an addict, and you can expect my 2 cents there as well in due time.
Okay, so I think we're going to pretty much wrap things up. John, do you have anything else left that you would like to say before we close things out?
No, just I'm elated to be back. I really miss this. I really miss doing things with Ashton, and I hope this run can be one to remember. So we'll see what happens. Get ready, baby. Back and better than ever.
There's your explanation, guys. Looking forward. Oh, and by the way, just to kind of get you guys settled in, Saturday we're going to be doing and this is in ideal conditions, meaning nothing ridiculous comes up that requires one or both of us to not be able to make it. But the plans for now, Saturday we're going to be doing a predictions video for Night of Champions, and Sunday expect live reactions.
So excited.
All right.
So excited.
That's all for you. We'll talk to you later. See ya.